Now, let us continue our talk. So, in the previous topic, we have seen the sense of smell in animals. What were the animals which we have seen the sense of smell? Ants, dogs uses their sense of smell to identify their surroundings. Now we are going to continue with the topic here with the sense of seeing. So how we are going to see, how animals are going to see, we just learn it now. Let's see. Write the names of a bird which has eyes in front of its head like in humans. Where do we have eyes? Exactly on the front surface of our head. We do have eyes. In the same way, we do have one more bird which is going to have the eyes in the same manner. So what is the name of a bird? Owl. Owl is the name of a bird which is going to have its eyes in front of its head. Now, write the names of some birds which have eyes on either side of the head. What is the size of their eyes as compared to the size of their head? So first and foremost thing, what are the names of the birds which are going to have eyes on the either sides? So you can say hen. Still, what can you say? Pigeon, peacock, sparrow, myna. There are many birds which do have eyes on the either side of their head. So you can even see in the picture here. So like in case we are a bird, we are going to have eyes here. Yeah. In place of ears, it are going to be replaced by eyes. This is one eye and this is the another eye. Most of the birds have their eyes on either side of the head. Their eyes can focus on two different things at a time. When they look straight ahead, both their eyes focus on the same object. So now, when you are going to see a bird, so when you just see the bird is seeing in a straight way, so it will be able to focus on one object at the same time. But when in case when it is not looking straight forward, so an advantage of the bird is that so with the left eye it is going to see towards what is happening towards the left side, and with the right eye it can see what is happening towards the right side. So it is an advantageous for the birds to see right and left at the same time. Okay, you must have seen birds moving their neck very often. Do you know why? In the most of the birds eyes are fixed and cannot move, so birds have to turn their heads to see around. So here they are fixed, the eyes are going to be fixed. So like our eyes, we can move upside, we can move down, left. Yeah, you can move your eyeballs in any of the directions, right? So in the same way, the birds can't move in all those directions. Looking with one or both eyes. Close your right eye or cover it with your hand. Tell your friend to stand to your right at the same distance and ask him to do some action, wave hand, shake head, etc. Could you see your friend's action without moving your neck? So if I just close my right hand, if somebody is standing behind me towards right, I will not be able to see what is going on towards my right side because my right eye is closed. Now try to look at your friend's action with both the eyes open but without moving your neck. Yeah, if I want to see like that, I can't see the exact behavior or any action what he doing, but at least I can feel that somebody is standing behind me. What was the difference on looking with one or both eyes? So if you look with both the eyes, you will be concentrating on one, and if you are looking on with any one of the eye, so you will not be able to focus. Now toss a small ball or a coin and try to catch it. Try this with both your eyes open, then close one eye and try to catch it. When was it easier to catch? This activity you can do in your house. What you have to do? Generally you open your eyes, take a coin, toss it and catch in your hand. So the same activity you have to do by closing any one of your eye. So when you close your eye and just toss it, when you try to catch it, was it easier to you? No, according to me, it wouldn't be easier. So it would be difficult, like it may fall down. Yeah. Imagine how it would be to have your eyes in place of ears. What would you be able to do then, which you cannot do now? So now you can look at the picture. The eyes are in place of ears. So in that situation, if you want to see what is going on in right side, you have to turn your head and see towards right, and you have to turn your head towards left. Some birds like kites, eagles, vultures can see 4 times as far as we can. These birds can see things from a distance of 8 meters, what we can see from a distance of 2 meters. Try this. For this activity, find a quiet place in your school. Tell one of your friends to stand at a short distance and ask him to say something softly. The rest of you should listen carefully. Then all of you put your hands behind your ears as shown in the picture. Let the same child say same thing again as softly as before. In which case was the sound sharper? Ask your friends too. Now what is an activity? What we have to do? We have to make our friend to stand at a little distance and ask him to say something like hello, hi with a soft voice. So we have to listen carefully. So after listening is carefully, so it will be little bit with a freaking sound, with a less sound. The same thing, what we need to do is we have to take our hands and put it towards our ears. Ask your friend to produce the same sound what he has done in the first case, and then try to listen. So as compared to the first situation and second situation, you will be able to listen a sharper sound. Sharper in sense little bit louder, and you can easily clearly hear it. Next, sit near a desk, tap the desk once with your hand, listen carefully. Now put your ear to the desk as shown in the picture. So are you able to see the picture? Tap on the desk once again with your hand. Listen again. Was there any difference in the sound of the tap? Yes, there will be a difference. When the ear is very closer to the table, you are going to hear a sound very loudly. But when you are far away from the table, so you are going to listen a sound with a freaking sound. Sounds send messages. High upon a tree, a langur warns other of danger like a tiger or leopard. The langur does this by making a special warning call. Yeah. Birds also give alarm calls to warn about the danger. Some birds even have different sounds for different kinds of dangers. For example, there is a bird warning call if the enemy is coming from the sky or if the enemy is on the ground. So here, why they need these type of messages to be sent? To protect themselves from the enemies, they are going to produce the sound as if it will be a caution for the other animals. If I take a langur is going to produce a special warning call if it is going to see a tiger or leopard as a caution call for other animals, its family. It is going to give a warning call for the other animals to protect their life. Birds also give alarm. Why they have to give alarm? In case if there is any danger, so they are going to produce an alarming sound. So as if it is a caution for other birds to see their safety. So the birds are going to produce different sound if an enemy is coming from the sky or if an enemy is on the ground. Fishes give alarm call by electric signals. Some animals start behaving in a different way when an earthquake or storm is about to come. People who live in forests and can observe such behavior of animals come to know of a danger. So in the forest areas, the people are going to identify the danger with the behavior of the animals. If their behavior is different, so they are going to identify that there is some danger to approach them. So they will be very cautious and they are going to go in a protected zone. Dolphins. Dolphins also make different sounds to give messages to each other. The scientists believe that many animals have a special language of their own. Not only dolphins, there are many animals which are going to produce some messages to their family and to as if they have to be protective towards their family. So with the help of these signals, the other dolphins or other dogs or other fishes are going to be very cautious and they are going to protect their life from danger. Say it with sounds. Just like birds and dolphins, you can also make your own language of sound for giving messages. Yeah, this is very useful for you, and every child is going to have an idea about it. If one of the child is going to see that teacher is coming towards the class, what they are going to do? They are going to give some signals as if the other students has to sit quietly. This is going to happen, right? Yeah. This now remember you have to talk to your friend with only sounds and no words. How and when will you need to give an alarm clock? For example, when a teacher is coming to the classroom. Next, sleeping. What is it we are going to see now? Some animals go into a long, deep sleep in certain seasons. They are not seen for many months. Have you noticed that during the cold season you cannot see any lizard in the house? Where do you think they have gone? So, generally in a summer season, you will be able to see a lot of lizards near. And in rainy season, if it is very cool, you will not be able to see it. But general either we can see the lizards in that month also. But when it comes to a winter season, you will not be able to see a lizard. So why? What is the reason behind it? What is the reason behind it? Some animals go into a long deep sleep like lizard is going to go into sleep in a season of winter when it is very cold. It will stay underground when they are going to sleep for a long time. Sloth. It looks like a bear, but it is not. It's a sloth. Are you able to see the picture? Yeah. It spends almost 17 hours a day sleeping while hanging upside down on a tree branch. How many hours will be there, children? 24 hours a day. But the sloth is going to sleep for 17 hours. So it means how many hours is going to be awake is just 6 hours. Right. The sloth eats the leaves of the same tree on which it lives. See, even it is so lazy that it is not going to search the food. So it is going to eat the food on which tree it is going to stay. It hardly needs anything else. When it has eaten enough leaves from that tree, it will move to the nearby tree. Sloths live for about 40 years, and in that time, they move around only 8 trees. Once a week, it comes down from the tree to relieve itself. So what is the lifespan of a sloth? It's just for 40 years. So in these 40 years it is going to change the tree. How many trees they are going to change? Just 8 trees, because it has to take the food from the leaves itself. Where are these leaves? On the tree which it is going to stay. So once a week it is going to come down and it is going to relieve itself. Here is 24 hours cycle, where if you were to show a sloth's daily routine, sleeping and walking in 24 hours clock, this is what the clock would like be. So here you can see, so these, the colored area of the circle is the time where the sloth is going to sleep. Time for which sloth is awake is how many hours? 18 hours. Among these 18 hours, how many hours it is not going to sleep is just 6 hours. So what is that? Every part is going to be divided as 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Once count it down, children. 2 plus 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Each triangle of a circle is giving you 2 hours. So, here in the next case, how will you show the clock of an house lizard in winter? So, you already know that it is going to sleep all the time in winter season and stay underground. Given here is a sleeping time of some animals right below each picture for how many hours a day that animal sleeps. Cow, how many hours it is going to sleep? Once count, each triangle is of 2 hours. So 2 plus 2, how much it is? 4 hours. Cow is going to sleep for how many hours here? 4 hours. So next is, you have to count how many hours python is going to sleep. Start your counting. Just count down. So the colored path and each colored triangle is going to give you 2 hours. 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 2, 16, 16 plus 2, 18. So how many hours it is going to sleep? 18 hours a python is going to sleep. Next, go for giraffe. Giraffe is going to just see, it is only one triangle filled with color. So it is just 2 hours where giraffe is going to sleep. Next, cat, cow down. It is half of the circle. So it means it will be among 24 hours. Half of it, if it is sleeping, obviously it will be 12 hours. Woo! Do animals see colors? Yeah. Now our next topic start. So first topic which we have discussed, the sense of smelling, and the second topic we have seen the sense of seeing. In the previous topic, we have seen the sense of smelling, and next topic, we have seen the sense of seeing. Now, we are going to see the same topic, sense of seeing, but the thing is it colorful? Like we do have a colorful world, we can see all the colors. Do animals will also be able to see these colors? Chalo, let us find out. Animals cannot see as many colors as we can. See how things in these pictures will be seen by some animals. So here are some animals pictures of how we are going to see. See the first picture here is, see at the bottom here is a man. So when you are a human being, if you are a person, so you are going to see all the colors. You can see the colors of flower, you can see the color of leaves, and you can see everything here. When it is bird, it is very similar to person. So both the pictures are almost same. When you go to a dog, the dogs will not be able to identify different colors. When you go to a rat, the rat is going to see the picture in black and white. as if we used to see televisions in olden days. It can see the pictures in black and white. It is believed that animals that are awake in the daytime can see some colors. Those animals that are awake at night cannot see things only in black and white colors. Tiger. Oh, tiger. Now, a tiger can see 6 times better at night than most of us. So, generally, in darkness, we can't see. If you switch on a light at night time also we can see it, but if you switch off your lights and try to find something, will it be easy task for you? No, it wouldn't be easy. Here a tiger can see 6 times better at night than most of us. In morning time its vision will not be so appropriate, but in night times it will be more enough for it to find its prey. Next, a tiger's sense of hearing is so sharp that it can make out the difference between the rustling of leaves and the sound of an animal moving on the grass. The ears of the tiger can move in different directions, and this helps to catch the sound from all around. So, here you can see that the tiger will have a sense of hearing, is like it will be so sharp it can hear small freaking sound also. It can even find the difference between rustling in sense, here when the air is with high speed the dry leaves will move from one place to another place, so that sound is called as rustling of leaves. It can even find out the difference between that rustling of leaves and the sound produced by the animals which are going to move on grass. So the ears of the tiger can move in different directions. So our ears are fixed. Their ears are going to move in all the directions which help them to catch the prey without any problem. Yeah. The tiger's whiskers are very sensitive and can sense the movements or vibrations in air. They help the tiger move in the dark and find its prey. Whiskers, you do have some hairs. Are you able to see the hairs? It is not clear here. Are you able to see the hairs of a tiger? So those hairs of the tigers over in this part are called as whiskers. So these whiskers are very sensitive, they can even identify small vibrations which are going to be generated in air. Tigers make different sounds for different purposes, like when it is angry or to call out a tigress. It can also roar or snarl. Its roar can be heard up to 3 kilometers away. Tigers makes different sounds. So while making these sounds will have a purpose. What is the purpose? If it is in anger, it will produce a different sound. When it has to call its tigress, it will produce a different sound. So here the roar can be heard up to 3 kilometers away, so that it is so louder. The tiger is one of the most alert animals, and yet today tigers are in danger. What do you think are some of the dangers to tiger in the jungle? What do you think some of the dangers to the tiger? First and foremost thing is hunting. What do you mean by why the persons do hunting? They are going to hunt the tigers, and the skin of the tigers are going to be sold in the market, which they are going to get a huge profits. So that is the purpose of killing a tiger. So that is the reason they are going in danger. Can human beings also be a threat to animals? How? Yeah, this is the hunting is done by human beings itself. It is completely a threat to animals. So we have to protect our animals from hunters. Do you know that today many animals are killed and their parts are sold? Elephants are killed for their tusk, rhinoceros for its horn, tigers, crocodiles, and snakes for their skins. Musk deer are killed just to make a little scent from its musk. People who kill animals are called hunters and poachers. So this is how it is going to happen, and we have to protect our animals from hunters and poachers and save our forest and save our animals. And one more important thing, deforestation is also responsible here. We are cutting down the trees. When we are cutting down the trees, the tigers, and not only tigers, the other animals are also not feeling safe. So that is the reason deforestation has to be stopped, and even hunting has to be stopped as to save our nature and animals. Thank you.
Now we are going to do an interesting activity. Let's make a paper dog. So for this you need thick paper, pencil, scissor, sketch pen. So what you need to do to make a paper dog is cut a long strip of thick paper, mark the strip as shown here. So where it is shown? It is shown over here. Okay, so after taking the strip in that way, so what you need to do, make small cuts on the lines marked 1 to 6. So you have to take a paper strip in this way and you have to fold it in two and then just place it over here. So after placing, what you need to do, you have to mark it. So how you have to mark it? Same in the manner how it has given here. So now start marking it. So you have to give the numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And you can draw the eyes also. So here is the one eye here and another eye and a nose. So this is how is this strip and this strip the same way. Yeah, after doing that, what we need to do, just go back to the instructions again. So I'm coming from first. Cut a long strip of thick paper, mark the strip as shown here. Mark small cuts on the lines marked 1 to 6. So now what I need to do is, I have to cut the lines where I have marked as 1. The next is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, the second instruction also has been followed here. Next, hook together the cuts on the number 1 and 2. See picture A. So you can see picture A, B, C, D. These are the steps. So now I have to hook pick 1 and 2. So this is 1, this is 2. I'm just folding it around and just hook it in this place. Right. Yeah. Now we have to join this 3 and 4 together. Yes. Right. After that, just drag it back. And what are the next instruction? Make cut in mark on the leg. Turn down the corners of the strip on the top of the head to make the ears, mark the eyes and nose in a sketch pen. So next what I need to do, I have to go with 5th and 6th. Yeah. So now what we need to do, just cut that in between here. So where this will be like Here, ears of a dog. So this is your tail. So are you able to match it? These are two legs of a dog. This is the tail. So these are the two ears of it. And these are eyes and nose. So this is your dog, where this is your tail, these are legs, they were here two, and these are two legs. And this is the eyes and nose of a dog. So try this activity in your home. Wasn't that fun? So do it in your houses and enjoy it.